Welcome to our first episode of Interruption of the Han Dynasty by Wang Mang, Establishment of the Xin Dynasty. Let's begin our new episode. History rarely changes in a single moment, but sometimes there comes a man who believes he can bend civilization itself into a new shape. In ancient China, that man was Wang Mang, a visionary to some, a tyrant to others, and to the Han Dynasty, the architect of a political earthquake that no one saw coming. The story begins in the grand palaces of Western Han China nearly 2,000 years ago. The empire was powerful, wealthy, and culturally vibrant, but beneath its glittering surface, the dynasty was fracturing. Court politics swirled like storm clouds over a darkening horizon, and at the center of these storms stood the most influential clan in the empire, the Wang family, relatives of the Empress Dowager and custodians of imperial authority. And from this family emerged a figure whose name would echo through the centuries: Wang Mang. He was not born into greatness. In fact, he was overshadowed by wealthier, louder, and more ambitious relatives. But what he lacked in fortune, he made up for in discipline and calculated humility. He studied hard, behaved modestly, and constructed his reputation with deliberate precision. While others flaunted their power, Wang Mang crafted a public image so perfect, so morally pure, that the people came to view him almost as a saint within the imperial court. Every move he made was strategic. Every gesture, every sacrifice, every public donation of wealth, all perfectly designed. When rival clans used their positions to enrich themselves, Wang Mang distributed land to the poor. When corrupt officials abused the tax system, Wang Mang cut his own salary and urged others to do the same. Somewhere along the way, the people began calling him a modern Confucius, a man born to restore the old ideals of justice. In the eyes of commoners and elites alike, he was a miracle in human form. But behind that perfection lay ambition as brilliant and unyielding as steel. Inside the palace, something unexpected happened. The sitting emperor grew ill, and the succession crisis that followed opened a door, a narrow door, but one perfectly suited to Wang Mang's methodical rise. With the Empress Dowager's blessing, he became regent for the young and vulnerable heir to the throne. This was the moment he had waited for. With a child emperor seated on the throne, Wang Mang quietly consolidated power. He removed rivals under the guise of moral purification. He sent corrupt officials into exile, replaced generals with loyal allies, and tightened his grip over every bureau of the state. And the people loved him for it. Years passed. The boy emperor remained a puppet, one whose strings Wang Mang controlled with masterful precision. Then disaster struck. The young emperor died suddenly, and historians still debate whether it was illness or a more deliberate intervention. But whatever the cause, the result was clear. The Han throne was empty once again, and Wang Mang filled the void. He carefully placed another child, only a toddler, on the throne, securing a second regency. Now he held total authority, and the empire bowed to his will. Confucian scholars praised him, foreign envoys admired him, and the ordinary people believed he was the guardian of the dynasty. But he wanted more. He wanted the throne itself. As he grew older,
his humility sharpened into strategy, and strategy darkened into desire. He flooded the empire with propaganda. Scholars wrote essays proclaiming him the chosen one, a man destined by heaven to rescue civilization from decay. Strange omens were reported: red comets, mysterious footprints in stone, divine messages discovered in the countryside, all pointing to the same conclusion: heaven wanted Wang Mang. These signs were suspiciously convenient. Most historians suspect they were forged, but at the time they were irresistible. The people believed, the court believed. Even those who doubted could not speak against the rising tide. And so, in the year AD 9, history reached a breaking point. In a ceremony of unmatched grandeur, Wang Mang stepped forward before the court and declared that the mandate of heaven, the sacred right to rule, had passed from the Han to him. With a calm voice and an unshaking gaze, he proclaimed the founding of a new dynasty, the Qin dynasty, the new dynasty. The moment stunned the empire. Some whispered that the heavens themselves had chosen Wang Mang to save the world. Others murmured that a loyal servant had turned into a thief, stealing the throne from the rightful Han line. But no one, not even the loudest critics, could deny one truth: Wang Mang had done the impossible. He had taken the most powerful dynasty in Asia and replaced it with his own. Yet as he sat upon the jade throne, wearing the imperial robes of the Han, he faced a challenge far more dangerous than any rival minister or palace conspiracy. He now had to rule an empire that was beginning to crack. China was changing rapidly. Floods devoured farmland. Peasant families starved. Aristocrats resisted reforms. Border tribes grew restless. And inside the palace itself, ancient traditions clashed with Wang Mang's vision for a new world. He believed he could rebuild society from the ground up, restore ancient laws, redistribute land, reshape currency, reshape classes, reshape everything. To the commoners, these reforms sounded like divine justice. To the landowners, they sounded like an attack. To the generals, they sounded like naive experiments from a man who had never fought a war. Wang Mang saw himself as a philosopher king, a savior, rewriting China's destiny. But the empire he had seized, the empire he claimed heaven had given him, was far less obedient, far more fragile, and far more explosive than he expected. Outside the palace walls, rebellion simmered. Economies strained. Ethnic tensions rose. Reform clashed with reality. And deep in the countryside, in villages swallowed by famine and desperation, something very ancient was beginning to wake up. The kind of unrest that had destroyed dynasties before and would destroy them again. Wang Mang's dream was about to collide with the harshness of human nature and the unpredictable power of the masses. He had built an empire on omens, but omens do not keep thrones safe. The Qin dynasty had been born through ambition and belief, but its survival would depend on storms Wang Mang could not predict, resist, or control. And in the shadows of China's vast frontier, forces far larger than one man were beginning to move. Dear viewers, thank you all for watching our first episode. The second episode will be uploaded very soon. Please stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, and share to encourage us.